Hello student, myself Digant Safiwala. I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 2, is matter around us pure? Dear student, last time we learned about the colloidal mixture, colloidal solution. We learn about the heterogeneous mixture. We learn about the homogeneous solution. Okay, today we will learn some other technique to separate the solute and solvent. Okay. Natural systems are not chemically pure. So whenever we get any substance naturally, like sand we get, soil we get, okay, that is not pure. Something is impurities are present. Okay. Different method of separation are used to get the individual component from a mixture. Okay. So different methods are used to separate the different component from the mixture. Okay. Sometimes it may possible that filtration by that way also we cannot separate, or by the physical method like by hand picking we cannot separate the solute and solvent. So we will use some other method like evaporation we can use, or we can use another method in that centrifugation method. Okay. Colored component dye from the blue black ink by the evaporation method. So by the evaporation method we can also separate ink in that two component are there. One is volatile and other is the non-volatile. Okay, so when we give the slowly heat, not direct heat, slowly give the heat, then volatile component is evaporate and the non-volatile compound is remain in the watch glass. Like that we can separate. You also experience that whenever we use a nail polish remover and we apply the nail polish remover on the nail, at that time the nail polish remover is what? Easily vaporized. It is a volatile compound. Okay. So same technique we will use to separate the dye from the ink. Okay. When we take ink in the watch glass and watch glass is capped on the beaker which is having the water. For this setup we need one Bunsen burner that is available in the chemistry lab. One is one tripod stand. Okay. One we want wire hose. On that we will keep one 500 ml of beaker. In this 500 ml of beaker we add 250 ml of water. On that we put the one watch glass. Okay, and on watch glass we will take the 2 or 3 drops of ink. Now dear student, here we are not directly giving heat energy to the ink. Okay, we are giving indirect heat energy to the ink. How? By the water. If we put directly ink on the watch glass and burner, then what happens? It may possible that it catch the fire or it directly evaporate and we cannot separate anything. Okay, so because of that reason what happened, we are giving indirect heat energy by the water to the ink. Okay, now by the burner heat energy is given to the beaker. So when we light on the burner, at that time the heat energy is first going to the beaker, and beaker in that water will start boiling, and that water convert into the steam. So steam has whatever heat energy are there, that energy is going to the watch glass. Watch glass in that ink are having two components. One is dye and other is what? Solvent. So that solvent is what? Easily volatile, easily converted into gaseous form. So by the heat energy of steam, it is easily converted into the gaseous form, and finally in the watch glass what is remain? Dye is remain. After some time we record dye is separated from the solvent. Thus we can separate the volatile component from the non-volatile solute by the method of evaporation. Okay, so by the evaporation method we can separate those components. One is non-volatile and other is volatile. Okay, centrifugation method. So centrifugation method is used to know whenever we are going for the blood checking or the urine checking. In that sample is taken in one test tube, and that test tube is kept in the centrifugation machine. So this machine is rotated very fast. So suppose blood or urine they are having heavy particle, like blood in that WBC and RBC are the heavy particles are there. They are settled down because their weight is more, and the lighter particle will come up. Okay. By this technique also we can separate the cream from the milk. Okay. When cream milk taken in the test tube, centrifuge it by using the centrifuging machine for 2 minutes, or use milk churner if centrifuge machine is not available. So we can also use the milk churner. Okay, to separate the heavy particle or to separate the cream and the milk. Sometimes the solid particles in the liquid are very small and pass through a filter paper, so filtration technique cannot be used. So problem is here in this type of case, suppose we want to separate a different particle of blood, or from urine we want to separate some particle, At that time, by filtration technique, we cannot use, because solute is also going with the solvent. Okay, we cannot filter it. At that time, we can use the centrifugation method. Such mixtures are separated by the centrifugation principle. The denser particles are forced to bottom and the lighter particles are stay at the top. So by this technique, what happens whenever we rotate the blood, urine, or we take the milk which contain cream, we rotate with the high speed in the centrifuge machine or by the milk churner, then heavy particles are settled down and lighter particles come up. Okay. Application. Used in the diagnostic laboratories for the blood and urine test. Okay, blood in that different components are present, like WBC, RBC, or platelets are there. Okay, that we can separate by the which method? Centrifugation method. Even urine test, in that if you have some allergy problems are there or kidney stone problem are there, at that time different component we can separate by the centrifugation method. Using the dairies and home to separate the butter from the cream. So from the cream we can also separate the butter by the centrifugation technique. Using the washing machine to squeeze out the water from the wet clothes. Okay, so whenever wet clothes are there, from that whenever you want to remove the water, at that time also centrifugation techniques are used. Okay. Dear student, we are going to learn the separation of two components by the separating funnel, in the which the two liquids are immiscible. Then we will learn the sublimation technique to separate two components. One is easily volatile, means easily undergoing in the sublimation reaction, and other is not easily convert into the solid to liquid or liquid to gaseous form. Okay, so one by one we will start. Separation of immiscible liquid by the separating funnel. Dear student, we have two type of compounds are there. One is called organic compound, which are made up of covalent bond. Okay, organic compound means the compound which are obtained from the organs of plant or animal. They are called the organic compound. That is the old definition. New definition in that the compound which are made up of carbon and hydrogen, they are called the organic compound or hydrocarbon compound. They are made up of covalent bond. Covalent bond means what? Sharing of electron. In higher standard you will learn what is called sharing of electron. So they make the bond by sharing of electron, so they are called the covalent bond. Other compound we have, that is the ionic compound. Ionic compound are formed by the exchange of electron. So those who lose the electron, that is positively charged, and those who gain the electron, they are negatively charged. So when we mix the two compounds which are having the different bond, like ionic bond and covalent bond, they are immiscible in each other. Like we take the example of kerosene and water. Kerosene in that covalent compound is present because it is a hydrocarbon compound, whereas water in that polar covalent bond is present. Okay, means it has charge like H plus and OH minus. So when we try to mix, it is not miscible each other, they make the separate layer. So suppose we have the mixture of water and kerosene, how we will separate, or how we use a separating funnel to separate them, that we will learn. Separation of immiscible liquid. To separate the kerosene and water, we use a separating funnel. The special vessel is there, that is called or apparatus are there. By that way we can separate the kerosene and water, that is called the separating funnel. It is not only that we can separate the kerosene and water, we can separate any two liquid which are not miscible. Okay, for that also we can use the separating funnel. Kerosene is organic compound and water is ionic compound, so they are not miscible. Okay, so both are having different characteristic, and because of that reason they are immiscible in each other. Now second thing is that density is play major role. Density means, dear student, what? The mass present in the unit volume is called the density, and density of water is more, so it will settle down, and density of kerosene is less, so it will remain on the upside of the water. Okay, as we take the mixture of kerosene and water in separating funnel, water is heavy, so it settle down and kerosene make upper layer on the water. Okay, by opening the stopcock of separating funnel, we can separate the water and kerosene. So from down part, when we open the cork, then from the down part we can separate the water. As the kerosene is going to come, we close the cork, so now we can separate the water as well as kerosene. Application. To separate the mixture of oil and water, In the extraction of iron from its ore, okay, first application is that we can separate the oil and water. Not only we can separate the kerosene and water. Many times, you know, dear student, the steamer carries so much amount of oil and it will spread in the ocean. So in that also we will use same technique to separate the oil from the water. Okay. In the extraction of iron from its ore, the lighter slag is removed from the top by this method to leave the molten iron at the bottom in the furnace. So whenever you want to get pure iron, okay, in the blast furnace technique that you learn in 10th standard, so we get the iron in the liquid form, which are heavy, its density is more, so it will settle down, and what impurities are there, that is in the form of slag, okay, that will float on that. So that also we can separate by this technique. Principle: immiscible liquids separate out in layers depending on their density. Separation by the sublimation method. Now dear students, sublimation means what here? Sublimation means those compounds which easily convert into solid to direct gaseous form. That is called the sublimation. They are not undergoing solid to liquid to gaseous form. When we give the heat, they directly convert solid to gaseous form. Like we have example is camphor, kapoor, what we can say that it directly convert into solid to gas. It will not convert into solid, liquid and gas. It directly convert into solid to gas. Okay, or we have ammonium chloride is also there, that directly convert into solid to gaseous form. Okay, so this property is called the sublimation. Suppose we have a mixture of salt and camphor and we want to separate the camphor and the salt. We know that salt has high melting point, it easily not convert into the liquid form or the gaseous form. Okay, so we take the mixture of salt and camphor in one china dish, okay, and that we cover with the funnel top part. That opening part are that is in the downward direction, and the narrow part are that is in the upward direction. Okay, and that narrow part is plugged with the close with the cotton. Okay, and we put this whole system on the burner, and we on the burner. So heat is going in the upward direction. As heat is going, camphor is directly convert into solid to gaseous form. So it convert into the gaseous form and it try to go upwards direction. But as we end side is plugged with the cotton, so that camphor cannot go outside of the funnel. Okay, so it will stick on the wall of the funnel, and by this way we can separate the salt and the camphor. Salt is remain in the china dish only. Okay. Camphor and salt mixture, in that camphor is separated by the sublimation method. In china dish, mixture of camphor and salt taken, we put this mixture on burner by using the tripod stand. So this all the setup is available in the chemistry lab. Okay, tripod stand is also there, wire gauze is also there. China dish is covered by the transparent glass funnel. China dish that we covered by the transparent glass funnel. So as heat is applied by the Bunsen burner to mixture, the camphor convert into solid to gaseous form. We already closed end part of the funnel with the cotton, so camphor in gaseous form solidify in the funnel. So because we already plugged the end part of the funnel with the cotton, so gaseous camphor is converted into gaseous form to solid form, and it will stick on the wall of the funnel. So this is all about the somewhat technique of separation of solute and solvent or different component from the mixture. Thank you so much.